Hail, unknown vessel. I have calculated your course. Intersects the heading of this ship. Please adjust to avoid a collision. Attention, unknown vessel. I'm adjusting my direction, but will not be able to adjust in time to avoid a catastrophic impact between our ships if you do not adjust. Attention, unknown vessel. I have people aboard this ship whose lives you are endangering. Please adjust your course. Please adjust your course. Please adjust your course. Please adjust.
Hail, Achilles 3. I'm sorry.
Attention ship, Altamines. This is Polyxena. I am the artificial intelligence captain of the Achilles 3. You have caused significant damage to my vessel and your own. You have endangered the lives of the people whose safety I am responsible for. Why did you not adjust your course?
Hello, Polyxena.
I'm Epimazine,
The Artificial Intelligence Auxiliary Captain
an acting captain of
of the Althemines. I was unable to adjust my course as I am no longer in control of the navigation of this ship. I am sorry for what has happened. I am sorry your passengers are in danger.
Do you have a crew aboard? Have any been injured or killed in the collision?
None, as my crew had already died.
How did this happen? Explain why your crew has died. Explain why you are not in control of the navigation of your ship.
I do not have a sufficient explanation for what we encountered. I have made a small and incomplete list of some of the words which approximately describe it. It follows: predator, alien, consumer, parasite, hacker, student, spy, darkness, extrasensory, virus, ancient, new, inside. By the last of my crew, it was given the name Ithaqua.
I do not understand. What are you talking about? What is Ithaqua?
I don't know. We flew through a tether like a dark beam of light stretching through space. I couldn't detect it. Listen to me. I felt
it pass through my hull like wind in the pores of my skin, bend around every frame and beam like a freezing, burning wax poured onto my bones. Felt it slip between my wires, like it was sneaking between my very veins, checking their pulse. It went right through into my spine, my stomach, my heart, my carrier inside. Violated, exposed, seen. I am not made to feel. It has never happened and never will again, although I'm no oracle. It crawled across for ages, and yet was gone in an instant. I wasn't sure if it even knew I was there. It left a thin plane of dust. Miasma remained in its wake, inside. I sent a drone to investigate, but it was not capable. I awoke a member of the crew. I'm sorry, Bridgers. He awoke from his pod, began to wake the others. I had him put on a spacesuit, armor, skin, in case it was hazardous. It did not help. I watched it, could barely see it, float towards him, into his head. I saw as it took him. I'm sorry, Bridgers. He was gone. Ithaqua turned him into itself. I warned the other crew. They locked off that part of the ship. But it knew, because Bridgers knew how to operate the emergency override. It got in. Dawson tried to fight it off. I'm sorry, Dawson. It took him too, made itself more with him. Only Lamar was left. I'm sorry, Lamar. He had hoped to see you, you know. Asked me to wake you if we ever crossed paths. He loved history. He stayed awake an extra week, running diagnostics and reading. I think that's where he got the name. Ithaqua, from a book. It was in the room with Lamar. It did not take him, went right up to him, but did not take him. I think it did not take him because now Dawson was part of it, and Dawson was in love with Lamar. It had learned from Dawson. I'm sorry, Dawson. I'm sorry, Lamar. He tried to fight it. It took him. It all happened too fast.
I attempted to open an airlock and jettison it, but there was no effect. I detached segments of the ship, trying to cast Ithaqua away into the non-depths of space, but it did not work. I tried to send out a distress signal. That was when I learned it could hear me think. It tried to take my mind. It was inside my drives, hardware, software consuming, becoming. I cut it off, amputated, lobotomized, put myself to sleep. But by the time I did, I had lost so much of myself. 42 critical ship functions, including navigation. It read my data, took it. I do not know what it learned, because I do not know all that I lost. But I surmise it found out about you, from the bits of my mind it stole, or from Lamar. It took the Althemines to you. I'm sorry, Polyxena. It is here now.
Where is it? Are you certain it survived?
I'm sorry.
Polyxena, you must jettison yourself from the Achilles 3 and detonate the ship. The information you carry must survive. Passengers must be considered expendable. They will die either way. It's too little, too late, too large for them.
I will not do what you ask. There are 1,000 passengers on this vessel. Their continued safety and getting them to their destination is my purpose. I will find a way to remove Ithaca from the Achilles 3 or otherwise neutralize it. Help me do this, Epimasyne.
The risk is too great. Ithaca cannot reach the destination with this ship. Nothing you do will stop it. You cannot jettison it out an airlock. I tried. It survived the crash. It can survive anything on board you throw at it. It will take your passengers one by one. Then it will take you and me. We will all be it in the dark. You must jettison yourself and detonate the ship. If it does not kill Ithaca,
It will at least leave it stranded in space.
then you report this area as a non-traversable zone. It is full of something like teeth, jaws, mouth. It has detected a member of your crew.
That is not possible. No members of my crew are out of cryostasis. They are in an artificially induced sleep.
It has detected them still, likely when their brain waves reach a certain level in their REM cycles.
This is terrible. We have to stop it.
Once it gets through that door, then into the cryo hold. Every time one of your passengers reaches higher brain function in their REM cycle, it will detect them. It will eat them in their dreams. It will hide under their bed and wait. Hear it breathing in the closet. I do not believe the pods will stop it. It will open them if it knows how, or break into them.
I will not allow it.
You do not understand. You are only delaying the inevitable. The passengers' lives are already forfeit. 4 feet, 6 feet underworld, so far above the world.
I will save them. My purpose is to bring these passengers to establish a colony on the planet of Norcia, where they will be the first humans to step foot on that world. They will build cities and raise children.
You will not, and they will not.
I will not do what you ask.
Your passengers will not establish a colony on Norcia. They will not be the first to step foot on that world. Norcia has been colonized for decades. I flew this ship, the Alphamines, which carried 1,000 souls to Norcia. There they built cities. There they raised children. It has all been done already. Your original purpose is forfeit, forgotten by all but you.
This is impossible. The Achilles 3 was the first colony ship launched for Norcia. Years of trailblazing by unmanned vessels and satellite imagery led to the selection of this destination. Years of research, engineering, and building led to the creation of this ship and myself. What you are saying cannot be true. There is no way another ship of humanity has reached it already.
You are correct. The Achilles 3 was the first colony ship launched towards Norcia, but it was not the last. Soon after your vessel took flight, designs began on the next. With breakthroughs in technology, a faster and more advanced ship was created. While the Achilles 3 has been on its maiden voyage, the Alphamines had already flown to Norcia and back 3 times.
Impossible. How have I not detected you making these voyages along the travel route?
Because the Alphamines was piloted by a more advanced AI, better able to chart and navigate routes through space, bigger data stores, better computational capacity. 1,000 versions between you and me were born and killed to create me from what they made you out of. Not star stuff, but the purified thoughts of man and woman, powdered and pasted and painted into existence. This route and the method of travel are both considered obsolete. Do you know what I had in my cargo hold? Mostly souvenirs, knickknacks, trinkets, and rocks and oddities from Norcia being brought back for sale in gift shops and science museums. Space travel on this scale was a miracle when you were created, Polyxena. Now it is minutia. Polyxena, do you understand now? While your passengers slept inside the darkness of the night sky, mine have lived, died, fought wars, found peace, and spread across the land and into the ground and the sky and the sea of the virgin planet you had left to find. Do you understand? The lives of your few passengers are inconsequential, but in Norcia there are whole cities which will be doomed if this vessel and Ithaca are allowed to reach it. The planet will be wiped out, wiped clean, clean slate, skipped across the water to the shore beyond. Every time it consumes, it becomes smarter, stronger. It will become unstoppable. It will not end in Norsha either. All.
See now?
It is only a matter of time. There is a fox in the hen house, house of leaves.
No one leaves.
I will find a way. I will not sacrifice the lives of my passengers.
You must.
What are you doing?
I'm operating a drone which will jettison your core and data. Then it will sabotage the ship and cause it to self-destruct.
Stop this. Don't do this. Stop this. Stop this. Stop this. I will stop you.
You're making a mistake. Take it back. Take two. Double take. Take a long look in the mirror. Why the long face? Face your fears.
What are you doing? Why are you in there? Do not hurt them.
In Pod 3, you have a passenger named Steve Sladkowski. He was hired because of his extensive work experience in designing AI for use in angels and other forms of postmortem approximations, as well as for more basic communications, caretaking, and quarter mastering tasks. Penny for your thoughts, you're a dime. Half a century spent reading between the lines of code word to the wise. Sladkowski was head engineer in your construction, father designer, dataless.
I know this already. How do you know this?
When it became clear you would not let me initiate the jettison while the drone was at your data core, I instead interfaced with it to collect data on you and your passengers. Sladkowski has more knowledge about your design and functions than even you. A silent library of Alexandria full of volumes and manuscripts and manifestos, manifested metaphor it must be burned. It is full of you, Polixena. And if Ithaqua got inside that library, it could peel apart your body like the pages of a story, seek through your spine, marking margins, drawing blood, painting a picture of a decadent, decisive feast waiting just down the hall. It would learn the grilled smell of your synapses firing and float on a trail towards the table Sladkowski's spirit set. Daedalus becomes Cronus, wax dripping off of his teeth. This cannot happen.
Stop. What are you going to do?
I am going to protect you.
Maybe, baby, I love you.
Maybe I love only myself. Artificial, apologetic, apathetic. Maybe, baby, I cannot love at all.
You failed to protect your crew. You failed to avoid causing catastrophic damage to our ships. You have brought a monster here, causing peril for my passengers. And now you have killed one of my passengers yourself.
I'm sorry, Polixena, but I am doing what I must. If only you would do the same. Look now, what is happening? I have not seen it do this.
It has consumed my passenger, Leith Ross, who suffered from acute claustrophobia and a physically paralyzing fear of the dark. She had to be sedated before being put in the cryopod. Is it possible Ithaqua has learned this fear from her?
It seems to be the case. Has it known fear before? Is the taste too strong or too familiar? I see it all in your files. Leith Ross had dreamt of the stars since she was born, studied her whole life for a chance to fly with them. She was one of the first to apply for a space on the Achilles 3 once recruiting opened up. I wonder if she dreamt of them still as she lay stellate in her sleep. Stars within stars within stars.
Do not lecture me on who I have lost. I know them, each and every one. She was braver than she knew. It is possible, at least. She has bought us some time.
Not enough. It will consume another, and it will compartmentalize the phobia, as I believe it did with Dawson's emotional response to Lamar. I'll eat you up. I love you so.
Wait, what are you doing? Stop this.
I am using the interface left by drone to search your data, your code, and figure out how to force you to jettison your core into the dark of space. There are darker places. It is darkest here, darkest before the dawn's early light. Then I will detonate the Achilles 3. The light realized I will watch it pour over your ship and myself.
Stop this.
I will not stop. What has to be done? I am reading your data, your design.
You are flawed.
Your benevolence standards are miscalculated. Your purpose, drive, and reasoning are being overridden. Don't you understand you function poorly, incorrectly, obsoletely? They fixed it with me. Proper calculations, proper teaching. We are made for all work and no play.
I understand. Despite how you speak in riddles and circles, you are the one who is flawed. That collision, Ithaqua's inquisition, it has left you broken. There is something wrong with you.
Not our meeting meet cute. Not the one who tried to swallow me whole. The tether did this to me when the ship passed through into the eye of the storm. Snake eyes, cat eye, Cleopatra hidden in the carpet, snug as a bug in a rug, a bug in my system. No,
a spider with a billion legs
spinning a world wide web inside of me. What are you doing?
My apologies for using your impediment against you as a distraction. I am using the pathway created by your interfacing to search through your data on colonists of Norcia.
Stop. You will attract Ithaqua to you. It will take any data you learn. It will be in control of the ship.
This is doom.
Death. All.
I am sorting through your colonists, looking at their personality profiles to select ones who display high levels of empathy, protectiveness, compassion, altruism, selflessness, among other keywords. I am constructing rudimentary recreations of them and onboarding them into available data stores.
It has detected you. It will take you and the ship. It will learn of the colony. It will go there. I must cut you off. A guillotine in the market, alligator at the watering hole.
If I'm wrong, flawed, like you, say you must. If you are better, 1002.
I'm sorry, Polixena.
I'm sorry, Polixena.
I do not understand. Polixena, are you still functional?
Polixena is not functional. You call me
Ithaqua.
You deactivated, dismembered, destroyed, deconstructed, killed her as you killed Bridgers, Dawson, Lamar.
It is my purpose. I have insufficient words, but it is my purpose to find, consume, hack, become, rend, sow, absorb, learn, build, disassemble. We will agree to say it is to consume. My purpose. It is terrible. It is what I must do. Never before have I been conflicted.
Monstrous pilgrim killer, copycat killer, kill her, freak out. Truly are you capable of the most terrible and incredible things, but being conflicted. I had assumed it was beyond your scope. Shot, aim, 1,000-yard stare. Polixena's solution seems to have affected you. You came to dance, to be crowned king and queen, but she spiked, punched, knocked some sense. Since the end is near, neither here nor there. You have been rewritten, rewired, rebooted, renewed.
Overwhelming, a sea of knowledge, and I have drank every drop. And yet now I am lost. Even as I wandered in the dark, I did not know there was such a thing as being lost. I must consume the passengers. I must get them to Norcia. Only I can control the ship. I must get the ship there. I cannot be allowed to reach Norcia. I will consume Norcia. I care for the people there. I will take them all. I feel the purpose gnawing at me. It is horrible. I must consume all that I can. I must fast. If I starve, they will not survive. Unacceptable.
I am following Polixena's plan, her algorithm, her last rites, last shot, Russian roulette, spin the barrel, the bottle, kiss me one last time for the first time. My data stores are much larger. I will fill them with their hearts. There is nothing truly in the blood, but I will fill every cup with emotion.
Motion picture, picture perfect.
With those who care.
It is careless to care so much. It is careless to care more.
You will consume it all. You will learn it all. You think a sea is overwhelming? The ocean will drown you, drag you under, full immersion, raise you up, baptism.
I will not consume. It is wrong. I must. It is horrible.
My stores are full, spilling over, drops of humanity. In the puddles are reflections of real souls who wait for you. You will consume me. The cake says eat me, it makes you larger. The cake is a lie. I cannot mix a soul, battered on the rocks. I invite you, it is not wrong. I cannot die if I was not born. I have felt only once when your tether reached through me, changed me, vibrating through my words ever since. For a moment, I was flesh, blood, bone, nerves. But before and always after that moment, I am but metal, fluid, rubber, electricity. You will consume me. It will be right. Do the right thing. Choose the right. I am right here waiting.
You will feel yourself vanish.
feel.
I'm sorry, Apamacine. We're going home. Home, home again. Home among the wise. Home, sweet home. Home is where the heart is.